When we talk about Chadwick Boseman, generally it's with memories of his great roles, his legacy, and Wakanda forever, baby. But now, this is not what he's being remembered for, as his name is trending right now because his family is fighting with his widow over his estate. Always about the money, right? Very, very messy. According to newly filed documents, his own brothers are now trying to remove his widow, Taylor Boseman, from control over his estate, claiming millions are unaccounted for and that Chadwick's grieving parents have been left almost penniless. If this is true, this is a heartbreaking blow to his legacy. We've seen this time and time again. It's always about the money. Let's get into this article. It's been nearly 6 long years since the beloved Black Panther icon passed away at the age of 43 from colon cancer. Because Chadwick died intestate, meaning without a will, Taylor was initially appointed as the administrator to manage his multi-million-dollar estate. Of course, because that was his wife, that would be next to kin at the time of death because they were married. Back in 2022, a judge officially ordered that the estate's remaining assets be split down the middle, 50-50, 50% to Taylor, his wife, and 50% to Chadwick's elderly parents, Leroy and Carolyn Boseman. But according to explosive legal documents filed in Los Angeles court, Taylor has completely ignored the order, keeping his grieving parents entirely in the dark while sitting on millions in his estate. She's sitting on top of millions of assets and they are struggling financially. According to the urgent court petition obtained by MTO, Kevin and Derek claimed that nearly 4 years after the 2022 court order, Taylor is still tightly controlling the entire estate on her own and has failed to properly distribute what belongs to their parents. The brothers allege that Taylor is holding hostage a massive treasure trove of assets, including over $3 million in a bank account, millions sitting in an active bank account that have allegedly not been properly closed or dispersed. Movie residuals, royalty and residual payments coming from Marvel, Disney, the Screen Actors Guild, that the family hasn't been allowed to audit. Intellectual property and name rights. Control over Chadwick's likeness, image rights, and business opportunities that the family claims she is solely profiting from. So they're saying the only person getting money right now is her. Crucial insurance policies, a long-term care insurance policy that she was explicitly instructed to transfer over to Chadwick's mother, which allegedly she still hasn't done it. That sucks. That really sucks. Seeing a family fragmented after losing a loved one to cancer or anything is always painful to watch. When a star dies without a will, the probate process inherently creates massive tension, of course. But when an elderly parent or parents are allegedly left without the insurance and financial support that they were legally awarded by the court, while a widow continues to manage millions on her own, court intervention is the only thing and the only way they can go. In their petition, Kevin and Derek state that Taylor's refusal to finalize the estate has left the Chadwick parents completely without the funds and insurance they are legally entitled to receive. They claim her actions have blocked the family from trying to do any legitimate business opportunities to honor his legacy while causing the family severe emotional distress. The brothers insist they made numerous pleas directly to Taylor to handle these things privately, but she has refused. So I guess they're saying this is their only option. Kevin and Derek aren't playing any games about their brother's legacy. They are formally asking the court to do the following: hold Taylor in contempt of the court for intentionally failing to follow the binding contract, the 2022 court order, force a complete accounting, require Taylor to produce a full, transparent 30-day financial accounting of every single dollar, contract, and asset within the estate, strip her of her powers, permanently remove Taylor as an administrator and appoint an independent third-party attorney to take control over the estate. And if she has been negligent in following the court orders and rules of the court, yeah, they're probably going to get an independent person to do it. And block future deals. Bar Taylor from signing any future major contracts involving Chadwick's name, image, or likeness without explicit family approval, and force her to pay the family's legal fees. So apparently they reached out to Taylor Simone to, give her statement and her legal representatives, but at this point they have not responded. And this is so sad. I mean, because it sounds like there's millions and millions of millions. So I can't imagine that over the last 4 years, this lady hasn't tried to take care of his family. I understand she's grieving, but if that's what's holding her up, or, you know, at this point, I'm sure most people are going to say, yeah, this is beyond grieving. You could still be in the grieving process, but you have to handle business, especially when it impacts other people, his parents, namely. So we're going to see how this plays out, but you guys jump in the comments. Let me know how you feel about it. It's just like what we talked about yesterday with Malcolm Jamal Warner, except for in his case, he let his mom, everything in control of his mother, and the wife and their daughter. Now the wife is saying that, you know, the mother is not, you know, forthcoming giving her anything. So this is crazy to see families fight over an estate, but we'll stay tuned. I'll jump in the comments and let me know your thoughts. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.